Hello. I wanted to do a drawing vlog today, talking about a picture that I just drew today. Finished drawing it today. I started it yesterday and finished it today. And basically on Friday, which is like 2 days ago, in the morning, my friend, I call him Anti-Hero because when I used to play World of Warcraft, the very first guild that I was no, the first guild that I was properly in was called Slightly Neurotic, and I think there was like seven of us or something like that. And it was I love that guild, and he was one of the people that was in the guild, and his name is Cody, and we're still friends on Facebook now, so it's good. And he wanted to get this draw this picture for his friend who um, because he and his friends like to drive four-wheel drives, Jeep Wranglers. He's got a Jeep Wrangler, and his friend's got a Jeep Wrangler, and he wanted to draw a picture that they could put on a T-shirt. And he tried drawing one, but he had seen some pictures that I drawn on Facebook, and he asked, "Oh, I like the pictures that you draw. Would you be able to draw me a picture?" He wants a picture of his friend. His friend likes to wear this wolf suit, and he asked if he could have the wolf suit on, holding a bomb, leaning out the Jeep, and also wearing a T-shirt that says AKX, which is the the club that they're in, the four-wheel drive club, I think. And so after he asked me that, I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. I thought that was really cool. So I was initially, because I'm still working on something, another picture, but I said this, I really got to do this first. So I went to that day. I went to the library. I did a Google, like I'll show you I did a Google search. Oh, he also sent me some photos like of his friend in the wolf suit, and pictures of his Jeep and his friend's Jeep, which are basically the same Jeep, but his is blue and his friend's is red, and from different just like a few different angles and stuff. And so because I haven't drawn cars since I was a little kid, like seriously have not drawn. When I was in primary school, I used to draw cars all the time, and they'd always be like pretty much always side on with the bumper bar, and I don't know. That was my cars to draw. I used to draw the Knight Rider car a little bit. I think the Trans Am, but I haven't drawn a car for so long, and so I googled some books on how to draw cars because I wanted to do this right. Like I didn't want to just draw. I wanted like me. I like to do everything like foundations, like I really love fundamentals and stuff. So I wanted to know how to draw all different cars and stuff. And then once I knew that, I would tackle the picture. So I googled it, and I found like 6 books or something like that from different libraries around, and I just plotted it like I'm gonna go to this library, grab the books, this library, grab the books, grab this. So I went from library to library, and I picked up 5 books actually, but I finished one of the books like in the library. So I've got this one called Cars by Patricia Walsh. Um, I'll show you in order. How to Draw Cars Like a Pro by Taylor and Hallett. Okay. Mean Machines, How to Draw Cool Cars, Trucks and Motorcycles, also by Walsh. And the last one, I like the order that I read them in or worked through them in as well. Crazy Cars and Mad Monsters. This could be a long video because it was a big weekend of drawing for me. So at the start, and there was before these 4, there was one other book that I picked up. It was like pretty much a junior book on just how to draw cards, like full on side view. But I felt good like practicing from the basics. So the starting ones were like this. I drew a lot of cars. So they were very. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. So basically, I just followed the instructions. I was drawing like construction vehicles and stuff, and Formula One cars and things. So it's cool, like just getting the basics. And then the next book I went straight into 3D, and I think is that a Model T Ford? I'm not sure, but it was cool. Like I learned a lot about cars, and so this is from the second book, the Cars book. Also like a junior book, but like I just went through it and just to get familiar with it, like drawing cars and stuff. Um, yeah, just I don't know. It felt like what I wanted to do. So I drew a lot of cars, and then after those two, I felt um okay. I felt a bit more confident drawing cars, and then I went on to this. I left the thickest books till the end. Like I did the two junior fiction ones, which I finished, and then I got into like draw cards like a pro, and all of a sudden it was really advanced. So I didn't do it, and this was last night, yesterday, and I just kind of just flicked through it, and just kind of absorbed things, looked at pictures and things like that, and just got whatever tips I could. So I went through that, went through the next one, the Mean Machines one, which they're all really good. And then I finished up with this one, which was really cool, Crazy Cars and Mad Monsters. It's cool because look how wild the pictures are. Like, you know how the wheels are all crazy and there's like a monster on it? That was a nice one to finish up with because it really gave me a lot of inspiration for the picture that I ended up drawing. Because I didn't know you could do that. Like, I never thought it'd be possible to just go crazy with the wheels and just do like that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, it's just really inspiring. Just looking at all sorts of stuff like that. So then what I did was I got my last night. This is me. I just stayed home with my at the desk with my piece of paper, and I kind of like just doodled kind of like the perspective or the angle that I wanted the picture at. So I tried different things. Oh, and I did a lot of stuff on my phone too. I got so many reference pictures, like I got reference pictures of people drawing Jeep Wranglers. So, oh, you can't see anything. Okay. So just different pictures of other people drawing Jeep Wranglers, just to get an idea of like what people find is important, like to put on and the way they did it. I really like this one, especially this style. That style is really cool. Yeah, so I just got ideas from it, like on how people drew it, and then also I got pictures of people leaning out of cars. I actually googled leaning out of cars. So there's a guy leaning out of a car. There's a woman leaning out of a car. I almost went with this one. I can't even see it. See, she's leaning out of a car. She looks pretty happy. People leaning out of cars. Because I just wanted to see the body, how it was. And in the end, I just did my own one, but it was cool just to get an idea of what people look like when they lean out of cars. But I almost went with that one too. But in the end, I just kind of just drew it. Um, reference pictures. Um, then wolves. I actually looked up how people drew cartoon wolves, and this was the one that inspired me the most. I kind of based it all on that because it kind of looks like the wolf suit that the Cody's friend wears. And then I just drew it. So I'll show you my sketch. Like when I was just planning, it was fun actually, just trying to pick which angle to do it. So then I practiced drawing a few Jeep Wranglers, just standard like view, just to kind of get an idea of drawing it and stuff. And it's funny, like after doing all that background work, and I drew this, and I was like, oh, it just doesn't look right, what's going on? But I think once I did the perspective, like the 2 point perspective, and making the lines match that, it kind of made it a lot nicer. Seeing this is me like planning the different views. Oh, can you see that? There's a person leaning out of the car. Um, so I had an idea in my mind. I think I ended up going with this one. This was like when I first did the one that I wanted. The car kind of going up, and he's like leaning out of the car, holding the bomb in his hand. I just like the kind of look of it because it's going to be on a t-shirt. I thought that would look really cool. So I drew that a few times. And then I was like, right, okay, I'm ready. And so I just, because I had this like A3 book that I bought. I haven't used it yet till today. Because I wanted to have like a big one so that if I needed room to draw a big picture, I could do it. So then, I'll show you the black and white version too. So I ended up drawing it. Here's when I just started, kind of starting it, and already by this stage I was getting really excited. because I really liked it already. Like, you know, just the look of it, kind of liked it. And then I started filling it in. Um, yeah, as it was coming together, I started to like, and then, oh my gosh, the tires. Then I started doing the tread of the tires. That was hard. Like, I didn't know how to do the tread of the tires. I kept on looking at other people's pictures and it looked really good. And then when I was doing it, it felt like, oh, I don't know if this is right. But then once I had finished doing it, it just kind of looked nice just having treads on it. So I'm really happy with it. And then I started doing like, so here's before, okay, that's there. And then the next one, I shaded in some parts. Look at the difference. Nice, right? I like doing the bits like with my black pigment, just shading it in hard. Just, you know, kind of gives it depth and stuff. Oh, and I just really like it. I'm really happy with this, how it turned out. Oh, these are on their side, upside down, all sorts of stuff. So here's when it's starting to come together. And at this stage, I'm getting super excited because it's just starting to look like nice. Like I'm just looking at it going, oh, I like this. And just going from bit to bit, like adding in details and stuff. And then at that stage, after that stage, black and white stage, I sent the picture to Cody and kind of like, I hope you like this, you know, because yeah. And then when he wrote back, he goes, oh, that looks awesome. And I'm like, yes, so good. I'm glad that he likes it, like, you know. And yeah, and so then I coloured it in, and then I scanned it, and I'm gonna email it to him, and yeah. So then that's it. I'll show you the colour of it. I'll show you the proper one, the full one. I've coloured in with my Derwits, which I bought that I haven't used yet. Alright, so here's my picture. Can you see it? There it is. Yep. So that's a Jeep Wrangler with a space wolf hanging out of it holding a bomb. So I learned so many things like from doing this, like learned kind of the basics of drawing a car, like using perspective, and I don't know, like I learned so much. And also when I was in the library looking for the car drawing books, I noticed it was how to draw all these different sorts of things. Like at Mount Waverley Library, there's a book on how to draw Astro Boy, and it's written by one of the people who drew on the animated series. And I'm like, oh, I need to go check that out because I like Astro Boy. So, and there's a book on how to draw dragons and stuff. So it's cool. Like there's a million things to like learn how to do. Oh, cool. So my Cody just emailed me so his email address. All right. So I am going to go now, and I just wanted to do a video just to because I felt I learned a lot just from doing that, and I was like the whole day all I did was this drawing. Like it was like I don't normally do that, so it's nice just to focus on one thing. Like yeah, awesome. All right, catch you guys later.